Hello everybody and welcome to It Came From the Backlog. And today I am joined by the magnificent, the fantastic, and the master of dungeon mastery, Rexicon Jesse, and my phone is playing audio for some reason. Oops. Anyway.
I thought it might be me and I was like, where is that coming from?
It's like, I'm betrayed by my phone. Fun, I kill you. But anyway, welcome to the stream, and so happy to have you, Jesse. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm Jesse Galena, or Rexicon Jesse, pretty much anywhere social media based. I'm a video editor. I also video producer. I make stuff like behind schedule, and I stream more than I ever thought I would over on my Twitch channel, which is Rexicon Jesse, and my YouTube, which is Jesse Galena.
Lots of wholesome murdering.
Yeah, and I also do RPG stuff, tabletop RPGs. So yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, and our first game for tonight is Viscera Fest. So named because realistically, the only thing that's consistent in this game is that there's going to be a lot of pixelated giblets.
I'm very excited for pixelated giblets. I love like silly, over the top, like almost like slapstick violence for comedy.
Oh yeah, that's his whole thing.
I am on board with that. I want to see this. I'm very interested in Pulse games. So curious. So who makes this one? And this is like, also, let me ask multiple questions at the same time because that's not weird. This is like a boomer shooter, like Doom style.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. This is a retro throwback.
Cool. Really enjoying this art style.
Oh yeah, and I love that it's like she's doing this so she can get an engagement ring. Like she's basically Lady Duke Nukem, but she's got priorities.
I'm on board with this.
And yep, already out of the gate, we need some ammo. Because yeah, that's the main hook that I was explaining to Jesse. Is like, this is a shooter where getting ammo is exceptionally tricky. There are, however, I believe it's in gameplay, there are actually some lovely assists that you can have. Like, you can have all kinds of things. You can have a pistol to start with, and just over time you can modify a bunch of things. There's another settings menu I was poking around in where you can even make it so that, like, upon death, you will respawn with 50% of your health and stuff like that. So, if you're new to this kind of shooter, it really is welcoming. Hello, Nakayuki.
And Nakayuki says my audio is low.
Your audio is low. Okay, well, I shall boost it.
So I've been told.
There we go.
Cool. Is that better, Nakayuki? Let us know.
He's at 111%. 111.
I could also shout if it's unacceptable. My neighbors won't mind, I'm sure.
My eardrums may cry, but I'm sure it's a noble sacrifice.
That's a Prince song, right? When eardrums cry.
If it isn't, it should be.
Nakayuki says better.
Excellent.
Wait, do you punch things to activate them?
Pretty much. Punching is like your main interaction point. There is a use key, but it's no exaggeration to say that punching is like the protagonist's main thing.
Nice.
But
yeah, I'm really glad it has a lot of like, hey, here's how to ease into this style of game. Because it definitely back in the day it was easy to go, oh well, if you play a first-person shooter, you know how this style game works, versus now, where no, that's not how game work usually, and like it can be weird with like, especially this super fast movement.
Oh yeah.
No cover. That's a huge thing.
Hmm.
Like, I think that that's a thing. You and I both enjoy playing older games for different for different shows and fun times.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So like that's a thing that gets me, is that so many of these games have like the equivalent of a lexicon for video game like things that you would do, that it expects you to know because it was popular at the time, and then you get 5, 10, 15, 20 years later and it's like a foreign language. You don't know what it wants you to do.
Oh yeah, it's like, I remember when you were playing Deus Ex and just trying to make sense of that control scheme, and I know exactly what you mean, because I haven't ever finished that one. Every time I play the tutorial, I break it. Like, I haven't even gotten to Ellis Island. I know it's there, I know things happen, but all I do is break the tutorial, and I'm like, okay, I'll come back to this in another year.
Wait, how do you break it?
You can accidentally throw the one hacking device you need to use out of your inventory into the area that's closed off. Which I always do, because I use what would naturally be a use key, and it's like, yeah, nope. It's broke.
Classic jank. That's from the good old days when, you know, computer games were perfect. And they wouldn't just soft lock you in the opening.
Yup.
That's a thing that I really appreciate with playing the old games and talking, like doing it on stream. Because all stuff I do for behind schedule, I do on stream, and like people will come in both that are usuals, and then other people will come in and it'll be like, oh wow, someone's playing this old game I like, and being able to talk to people who like the game or are familiar with it, and having them be like, yeah, I don't remember this being so difficult, or like, ooh, I definitely purposefully forgot this part.
Oh gosh, yeah, I can believe that. In fact, goodness me, that was one of the things that threw me when I was going to Rogue Squadron, was like, I remember my dad always entering in these codes, and he always did it every time I was about to play, and I was like, okay, so what's it like if I don't enter these codes? And it's like, oh wow, I can see why he did that. This game hates me and wants me to be perfect in under 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, the difficulty line that some of those older games have.
Yeah, it's like some people were still thinking in the arcade. They were still thinking of the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, where it's just, well, we needed to eat coins, so and it is weird because I feel like in an arcade setting like that, you would still have some level of forgiveness because it wants you to play for a set amount of time before you die, so you can get that initial like, oh, I bet I can do it better. Like, you don't just die immediately, where a lot of like games would be like, nah, you can just die because you're not using quarters, so it's fine. And it's like, this, you're not teaching me how to play a game though.
We're teaching you how to die in marvelous ways.
Yeah. Also, did you just a moment ago pick up that alien's heart?
Yes, you actually consume them. It heals you.
That might be real. I've never consumed a heart before.
Knowing
maybe it.
Knowing the last we're playing as, maybe it tastes like chicken to her.
Taki says difficulty curve, not difficulty wall.
Yes.
Not difficulty overhang. Oh, that's extra good. I love the visual on that. As someone who's tried to rock climb an overhang, yeah, that's horrifying.
Here's this. Any secrets?
But also incredibly accurate to how it feels.
imagine. Ooh, secret.
Looking at this, I find really interesting because in playing I played Turok 1 and 2, and the level design feels like a lot like this, but in 3D.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was the. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Basically, from what I understand, their main point of reference was like Duke Nukem build engine, like fake 3D all the way.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really interesting, and it seems cool. Like I like seeing what people can do using older techniques, trying to do something modern or different with them. So like it's not just I like Duke Nukem, I'm gonna make Duke Nukem again. But like, oh cool, well what, using modern sensibilities, using 20 years of game design, architecture and ideas that have come through, like what can you make that's different and still feel like that older style?
Oh yeah.
In the good ways and not the bad ways. And this seems really cool.
Oh yeah, I remember trying it during, I think it was the first ever Steam Games Fest. They had this and it was like, wow. I was not expecting this to just be this fluid in that, because like you said, it's like there are people who do try to carry over all the archaic aspects of old school design, but this one's just like, no, we want to be liquid smooth.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like it is very smooth. Like your movements are extremely fast, but like I'm not getting lost in too many things happening on screen, or like things that are going past, or like clipping through something and feeling off. Like the levels seem like they're a big enough size that you can utilize the space to do some strafing, get your sprints in.
Hell yeah.
Like it really does look buttery smooth.
And speaking of things that we've been playing, what have you been up to most recently? I know you finally got Blood Rain up, but I'm curious what's currently on your to-do list right now.
Yeah, I have the final, like, the non-Patreon Blood Rain in my DaVinci Resolve right now, because I added that Nocturne footage, and then I have to do the final closeout with Patreon folks. And the tease for the next one. Boy howdy have I been playing. So I played Gothic, and then spoilers, the one after, the behind schedule after Gothic is going to be Jet Set Radio, which I'm currently playing.
Yes!
That enthusiasm makes me think you haven't played that game in a while.
Actually, no, I'm just really curious to hear your thoughts, because you're one of the people who won't just sugarcoat it, and everybody worships that thing, and I've always been like, this sounds neat. I expect there to be something wrong with it that no one wants to admit.
Yeah, that would be a lot of the controls would be what's wrong with it.
Oh dear.
There are okay. Okay. It was a Dreamcast game. Dreamcast had one analog stick. So camera controls were mapped to, if you press a button, it will readjust the camera to snap it to where your character's facing. Fine. Perfectly fine. I actually prefer doing that in the version they made and they put out on Steam. They have it so the second analog stick controls the camera fluidly. Like you could just swing it left or right to swing the camera. Fine. Except it's ass. Like it works terribly. It's not smooth. It's weird and jittery, and like the game is designed to have a snap camera. Like you have a lot of harsh angles, and the way you turn, it really works better when you use the snap camera function. They also made the spray paint button, which is the core thing you have to do. Like the only way to beat levels is to spray paint stuff. Is the same button as camera snap. It's left trigger.
Oh no.
So, and sometimes you're moving so fast, and like you need to like spray something as you're passing it, so you're spamming the button to try and make sure you get the freaking spray on, but the camera's going like just every little micro movement you're doing, the camera's trying to snap a little bit to that, so it's jarring.
This
like,
is a brand new definition of spray and pray.
Yeah, it is. And like there are at least 2 unused face buttons.
What?
Yes, I know, because like Dreamcast controller, okay, it only had 2 triggers, so like if you ran out of buttons, you didn't have L1 and R1 to deal with it. So I can understand why those aren't mapped to different ones. Why they didn't do that in the Steam release, I don't know. But like, like there are unused face buttons. You could have mapped that too, and they didn't. And that is a thing I do not understand.
That is, well, that's making me very happy about the route I'm planning on taking. Have you ever heard of the Retroid Pocket?
Yes.
I've got the second one finally. It should be shipping in soon, and pretty much my intention is, okay, I'm told that there's a bunch of PlayStation games I like that were way better on Dreamcast. We're gonna find out, and that should thankfully be using native controls. So that should hopefully help a bit. But yeah, that's... Gosh, that sounds insane.
It is a baffling decision to me that they did that. It is also like some harsh difficulty spikes. Like, it's like, I'm gonna have to start that. I try to like do like the, is it still, is it worth playing today if you've never played it before kind of thing for behind schedule. Like, oh, like here's the good and the bad, then that's the reveal. I am gonna have to say at the beginning that like I don't like this game, and I can't pretend like it might be good or bad. But I will try to say some of the positives about it, because like the soundtrack slaps, awesome, like it is good. The visual style, stellar, still holds up, looks good, has such personality to it, that those factors I like, and I can definitely understand why people would like latch on and remember those types of things for it, because they are very strong and they are very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And like the tagging, once I learned how to like properly do it, it wants you to not let go of the analog stick, and like so you end up doing like fluid motion.
I gotcha.
That's cool. That was the thing I didn't like at the beginning, and then I figured out that's what it wanted me to do, and then I liked it. So it's got like some big positives, but like, woof. I'm 6-ish hours in, and I'm still trying to learn the control like it wants me to, and that's not what you're supposed to do in a game.
No. On the upside, I can be a canary in the coal mine for the next one for you, because I also have Jet Set Radio Future for the original Xbox. So, that one supposedly is a lot more modernized. So, fingers crossed, that's at least somewhat better.
And what's upsetting, there's no modern release for that. I can't get Future on my computer or on like any hardware that I own.
Oh, I know. Your best chance is the spotty original Xbox emulation scene, and that is, I say spotty for a reason, because like there are more PS3 games you can play on your PC at this point than there are original Xbox games in terms of compatibility. I don't know what the development team for Xbox did, but everyone who's been going on about how, wow, Sony can't figure out how to emulate the PS3. No, they could if they wanted to. It's a miracle that Xbox has backwards compatibility with the original Xbox, apparently.
And then you get some of the fun stuff, like how Dead Space works on Game Pass right now on PC. Oof.
Yeah, it's... goodness me, the whole EA trying to still keep their thing going, working with Steam and that. I still remember when everyone was like, this EA game that I already owned on Steam now requires me to log into Origin, and now it runs worse than if I was just playing on Origin. How? Why? What did I do? What did we do to deserve this? Okay, was I? Okay, I was here.
You didn't give them enough money. That's what you did. The answer. EA wanted more money. And they're and if they don't get more money, they're gonna give you that. Also, the Horror King says hi in chat.
Hello, Horror King.
And also that you got a shark off your head, apparently.
Yes. Yes. Hold on, just 1 second.
Is there a shark? Oh, I'm so excited. There'll be a shark.
There's some land sharks around these parts.
Oh no! Oh, is that a crocheted? Is that a crocheted?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I love every stitch of that.
Oh yeah, it does not keep you very warm. I can confirm that from walking out in like below zero weather. It's like this does not do much, but it is adorable. So it's it's like, am I having a bad hair day? I have a shark for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, anything that has those gaps, oh man, wind just will cut right through it, and it's like you're not even wearing a hat. Totally understand. I have a few like this is my cool weather beanie. This is my warm weather beanie. Because just because it's covering your head does not mean it is going to be any sort of warm.
Nope. No, it does not.
But that is awesome. Nakayuki says cute. I agree. It is. It's freaking sweet.
Yeah, there was this one couple that we used to get stuff from back in the... Oh! Dear. I got distracted and I got killed.
Uh-oh.
That's the danger of telling stories, kids. You get distracted and then someone murders you. That's how they get all the supervillains monologuing. But yeah, there was this couple we used to know, and they used to crochet all kinds of stuff. And we also have a dinosaur from them and a snail, I believe. Yes.
Are they hats or are they just like?
Oh no, they are actually like full-size dinosaurs.
Nice.
He's a very adorable T-Rex, and he's just so sweet.
Aw, that's freaking awesome.
Ah. The low amount of health I have is not awesome, however. Armor.
So did you keep the health you had from the last level?
Yes. I believe that is one of the options. I think if you go on a higher difficulty, it doesn't do that, but I think for here it does, or vice versa. This is one that, like, I haven't finished. In fact, it's not even finished being made yet. They just released the second act earlier yesterday, I think.
Oh, wow.
But
is the second act?
Oh no, we're still in the first act. I wanted to start over from fresh so that there were no spoilers for anybody.
Got it. It looks really cool. I really like this level. Like, this is really big and like really clean for being able to see what's going on.
Oh yeah, this is some to answer your earlier question, the main developer, as I understand it for this one, is Acid Man, along with Fireplant Games, who are being published by 1C, who have been doing all kinds of weird games and ports for the longest time.
Ooh, cool.
Can't seem to press the button yet. I need to punch someone so I can punch this button.
Those glass cactuses?
Yes, there are glass cactuses. The amount of destructibility is also incredible. Like, just like every time I would start to punch something, it's like, wait, this actually does break? Wow.
So are most enemies one-hit kill?
Most of the basic ones, yes.
Okay.
Besides them, they tend to take at least like 2 to 3 hits.
Cool.
Okay, I'm missing something here. I grabbed the core.
I also just realized, I'm assuming you don't have, from the cutscenes, it doesn't look like you have 4 arms. But when you punch, you're like dual-wielding guns, but then you punch. But there's no gun in that hand. So you have very quickly holstered it.
Yeah, she's not quite human. They've actually kept that. That's a new enemy. That didn't used to spawn here. Ooh, but they give a lot of health, so I'll take that. Because, like, understand, we're playing on what is quite literally the lowest difficulty setting. I'm at 29. Okay, well, now I'm up to 34 health. Oh, my.
I find the like design of the 2D elements that turn with you, which has a name and I forget what that's called.
Yeah, it's not like ray casting. It's not. Is it rasterizing? I'm trying to remember.
Now I gotta look that up.
Yeah, that Wolfenstein-y. Everything is just on the verge of becoming Mode 7. Oh. Oh dear! I did not sign up for this.
I don't think it's rasterizing.
Yeah, I swear it's something with an R.
Okay. Believe you. Now I remember what it is.
That's dangerous. There are lots of people who tell you to not believe me in a lot of things. They say I'm crazy.
So the guns in this game, I know there are some like looking like a pistol or a plasma gun. Do they get real wild? I know I saw like a side breaching shotgun thing that I think you're using.
Yeah, there's the double barrel shotgun which fires its whole thing in one go. What is this? It doesn't break. It's just staring. Stop looking at me. Strange. I want to be R2D2. All right, let's see here. Is there anything else over here? Oh, okay. Just water. Big birds. They're big guns.
VidKid, got it. It's billboarding.
Billboarding. Thank you, VidKid.
I think? No. Billboarding, nope, wait. Might be wrong.
Okay.
Billboarding might be when you take two-dimensional objects and then, like, turn one sideways to make a fake 3D object.
Yeah.
It might be that.
I will also say I love that the quick saves are an actual physical item you can drop. There was another game like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's called Graven. That I recall that had the... Okay, yeah, this level has gone through a major redesign. It was not like this when I played it last time. This is...
Oh.
I'm like trying to make sense of everything that's happening because it's just... This is not... I know this level, I know I completed it, but it is not the same anymore.
Okay, it might be billboarding. I'm gonna go with that.
Oof.
So how much of the level did they change? Like just a little bit, or is it, like totally redone?
After that starting area, this is all pretty much new.
Oh.
So clearly they had like some audience input and they took it to heart because, ooh, lad, yeah, I just... Sorry, that's why I've been gotten quieter. Is like, wait a second, I don't know this. I am heckin' concerned.
Are there ever anything in those tanks that you punch open?
Sometimes it's kind of at random in my experience.
Okay. Look, as someone who rolls through every barrel in Dark Souls, like I understand, if it's 1 in 10,000, it's still worth doing.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just curious.
I know exactly what you mean. It's just like, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you gotta.
I don't know what I did, but that made a sound, so I'm going to assume that was a good thing.
sound often is. Oh, and you asked you asked what I've been playing lately, and then we talked about Jet Set Radio for a while. Aside from that, boy howdy, have I been putting some hours into Dead by Daylight. I love that game. I am not gonna lie. It is an absolute adrenaline rush for me. And it is super fun. What's that?
Ooh. I just got killed. Terminated. But yeah, I have seen, and like you've been trying all kinds of killers now. You've expanded beyond just the Killer Bay.
I have. Still love Killer Bay, but I try. I got a few people gifted me some DLCs. So I had the Silent Hill for Pyramid Head, the Hag, and there was one more. I forget, I think. And then I got like I got Nemesis and the Bird Lady. Madam Bird Alert.
Bird Alert.
And they are all so fun. Like it is a thrilling game. And it scratches a part of my brain that like survival horror games scratch. And I'm not sure why, because it's not a survival horror game. But like it gets it's that same type of adrenaline to me. And I love survival horror.
I think it's from what little I've played and from all that I've seen from your plays, it's like they understood how to capture that balance, that specific tension that like makes you think harder about survival horror than you would with, say, just with a traditional multiplayer experience. Because everyone, even the killers, is like fighting with some kind of thing to balance, to manage. There's no one who's actually ever in absolute control, and that keeps it both very interesting and wonderfully unpredictable.
Yeah, I love it. To that exact point, one of the unique things about Nemesis is he has 2 zombies that wander the map, and they can infect people or down them if they're already infected. And like, I was getting absolutely rolled by some good survivors one game, and didn't think I'd come out with like even a single kill. They destroyed me the whole game. They had gotten all 5 generators. I got one of them down and put him in the basement. A zombie parked himself at the top of the stairs, and that zombie got 2 downs on his own and like several hits in, and like I managed to like, they unhooked someone, I got him down, hooked him back, got another person, zombie down someone, got to hook them, they go back, zombie downs another person, the person gets themselves up, which is like a one-time use perk that they have. So it was like, oh, they try to get past the zombie, zombie swipes them down. The zombie literally did more than I did in that game. Like, it was amazing.
Umbrella Employee of the Year.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, that sort of like, kind of exactly what you're saying, where there's like weird things that are outside of your control, and like you're always struggling against something, but can try to use some of the things that other people are struggling with to your favor. Like being able to do like vaults and stuff, and like, okay, well, how can I counter that? Is like Nemesis to get a tentacle whip, or like Pyramid Head to like, they get the lock animation and I can do a big swing to hit them on the other side. Or like with zombies, trying to like purposefully go to one side to get them to run towards a zombie they don't know is there.
Oh shit, lava! The floor is quite literally lava.
Oh no! Get out of it!
Whew! Out of the frying pan.
It's like those sand traps where you're like, oh, I'm in this room, and then the door's shut and it starts filling with sand, but it's lava.
Yeah, this is very new. This was not here before. This level was about half this length, as I recall.
Building staying structurally sound as lava fills the lower levels. Maybe it's anti-lava bricks. I don't know, whatever it's made out of.
Anti-lava bricks. I like
I mean,
that.
you are in a sci-fi world. I feel like being able to stand up against lava is understandable.
Indeed. Indeed. Alright. Now, one thing I know about you when it comes to... Whoa. Oh, we guys decided to do a weird thing there, but back? Okay. I know that when it comes to shooters, you want the most explodey weapons. Are these weapons explodey enough?
They seem fairly explodey. There's, it looks like there's some level of auto-aiming. Okay.
The hitboxes are definitely fairly generous for everybody, not just you. It's got a bit of a power slave thing going on in that respect.
I like that. A, because I'm bad at aiming, and like I want the assist. But B, I think that works better for like keeping it fast paced, where it's like you're not having to focus on like pinpoint accuracy and like, oh, I gotta slow down so I can really get this. Like, you point in general direction and shoot, and it's fair that they can do the same.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I definitely hear that because I remember back when I was reviewing Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's neat that I can apparently, you know, snipe people with the crossbow, but it's Serious Sam. How many times am I going to actually actively want to snipe someone instead of just hit them with the bowling ball?
Right. You want to just stop all forward momentum to line up one shot.
I'm sure it made sense at the time.
I mean, maybe. But yeah, the weapons look fun, and I also like the mix of melee and shooting. Like, that's a thing that Amy cooked my noodle one game night, where she was like, Jesse, what kind of weapons do you like? You complain a lot about guns.
I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I feel real called out, but that was a good sentence. And it really made me think about it. And one of the things that I wanted was like, I want like dumb shooty. Like, that's fun. That is a thing that I like. I like things that help with not aiming. So like explosions or a little bit of auto aim. And I like things that give me multiple options. So like, I think that's one of the reasons I find Halo kind of dull. And like, maybe I just play it wrong. Is like, I have battle rifle, so what do? I battle rifle. And
Yeah.
like, there you go. Like, that's your strategy. Have fun, kids. And you might have like, okay, if you get close enough, you can melee, but also other person has battle rifle and they can zoom in, which means I'm gonna get my battle rifle headshot on me before I get close enough to punch most times.
I'm very scared. They just gave me another, you know, like magnum rifle and a save thing right before going into this room.
Ooh.
That is a heckin' concerning thing. Now there's a grenade launcher.
Oh yeah, they're prepping you for a big fight.
Oh, that was not a grenade launcher. That is a quad shotgun, apparently.
What?
Because, you know, we didn't have enough barrels. We need more.
Heck yeah.
One lucky bird on a roller skate gets me.
Ooh. Bird on a roller skate sounds like the best enemy possible.
He is a very effective, like, brute enemy to fight. It's just also, dang it, he comes up so fast. This one is, oh man, this room is tricky.
They want you to sweat.
It's because that guy dropping grenades, he kept taking out a bunch of my health, so if he's dead... Okay. Alright. Oh!
Also, as someone who plays RPGs, quad shotgun, yeah, that's twice as good as a normal shotgun.
Yeah.
Like, you get to roll damage dice for both shotguns.
Whoa, where did he come from? He came from behind. I want to call a foul ball.
He came from the backlog, where he came from.
He did. He did indeed. Okay. I have 7 health. But I'm not dead. Oh! Or I could not because of another. They keep spawning in the birdmen. I need to sue.
Because they know how strong Bird on roller skate is.
I need to sue. Ah! Okay, so yes, the one guy on the roller skate spawns behind me. Okay.
I mean, that is a good place to spawn, though. Like, if I could choose to spawn anywhere, it would be directly behind the person I wanted to kill. Hey, Deebs.
Hello, Deebs.
And thank you. I am feeling better. I buried my head in my pillow for about 2 hours, and my headache got better.
I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, it was rough.
I feel that the last couple days have been stressful on our end, so it's like, what are neck muscles if not constant pain?
That hurts my soul. I'm sorry.
It be what it is. And we carry on, like we did in murderizing this room. We have now actually killed all of the birdmen. However, birdmen can bill me later. Ah! More grenades. So many grenades. Were they selling these grenades at like a gift shop that I missed? I feel like I missed a gift shop.
Did you just murder the cashier of the gift shop?
At this rate, probably? I'm willing to say probably we did already.
Hi, welcome. Would you like to buy some? Rude, Elijah. Real rude.
I needed to eat his heart.
Well, maybe he had a whole bunch of hearts for sale and you could have bought more than one.
Well, realistically, if they were still there, I could have eaten them too, because he would have been dead, and therefore I would control the means of the distribution. I wouldn't be controlling the means of production, but I could still disrupt the capitalism aboard this station.
But they might have been in a lockbox that you don't know about.
I punched the lockbox. I rolled to punch the lockbox.
You can't punch it.
I rolled to punch the lockbox. I would like to rage.
All right, roll D8 for a random direction, and that wasn't it.
That actually does remind me. I am finally going to be soon able to make good on the discussion we were having for incorporating Silent Hill in a campaign. That's coming up pretty soon, and
oh yeah.
Yep, a friend of mine and I have been doing kind of a. We've been essentially tossing around the GM hat between each other to keep things interesting, but it's actually set in Control. But it was like, ooh, this is like the perfect setting actually for like Silent Hill to show up because too much lava, too much lava. Whew. We're still alive, and that's all that counts.
That Birdman has the fastest walking animation.
Seriously, never skips leg day.
Cool. So swapping GM duties.
And I was just kind of like, do you want to do Silent Hill? And then she's like, I've never actually played Silent Hill. I'm like, excellent! Perfect! Ooh. Allow me to be your questionable guide with way too many weird in-jokes and references. Because the way it works in Control is like they have these AWEs, which are just basically areas of incident, and I just was like, okay, well, out of all the Silent Hills, James Sunderland's whole thing, you know, in Silent Hill 2 was the most standalone. And it's like, what if they found out about it after the fact? Like, after the water ending, they're just like, this dude just randomly drowned himself and this town is messed up. We need to look into this.
Yeah.
But rest assured, oh dear, we have to go through this whole bit again.
Yeah, so they find a man dead in his car with a very old corpse in the trunk.
Yeah, that was supposed to be buried in everything. That this something seems sus. Just a little. Just a little. But rest assured, I'm not planning on being like, and they have to fight Pyramid Head or something like. I want to be more. I want to be a little more clever than that. I want to try a little bit harder than Silent Hill Homecoming.
Good on you.
I'm still amazed at some of the things I learned about what, there's that one guy, I forget his name, but he was producer for a while and used to get a lot of flack for it. Apparently, he
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he actually talked
I know who you're talking about, and I forget his name every time.
Yeah, now he works at Way Forward, and ironically, I think that's because of his working with them on Silent Hill Book of Memories. I think that kind of led to that, but, the long and short of it is, he actually talked them down from some shit that would probably make people lose their damn minds. Their original intention for the ending of Homecoming was for the younger brother and Alessia in a Dragon Ball Z style fight over the town.
Wow.
Don't get me wrong. I love Helix's work. Green Lantern Rise of the Manhunters is infinitely better than that movie ever deserved as a tie-in game, but even I can't defend that. It's just like, what? When?
That's bananas.
You looked at Silent Hill and you thought, the thing we need to draw inspiration from is Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Although, it would have done Dragon Ball Z the benefit of making it only be the second worst adaptation of Dragon Ball Z. Or, yeah. You saved Evolution so many problems. Oh.
Gave it a close comparison with that. Yeah, Tom Hewlett was his name, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got... I was not... I didn't really get into the fan stuff when all that was happening during his time at Konami. And, I heard about some stuff after, but I was just like, ooh, a new Silent Hill game. Oh, it's kind of crappy. Oh, a new one. Oh, it's kind of crappy. I didn't know Tom Hewlett. I didn't know, any of the situations surrounding it. And then I watched, some YouTube documentary about him or something, and people were like, he got a lot of hate he did not deserve.
Yeah.
Y'all need to chill the F out. What was wrong with you all? And, dang, people were vicious towards him.
Yeah, the thing I'll say is that, as awful as that was, I give him credit because, he was a good producer. He took it on the chin constantly so that whatever development team he was working with didn't get all that flack, which is such a thankless job for so many things. That is too many birds at once! This is too many. The amount of birds in this room is too damn... That's right, birds, you can't get in the lava. I'm over here now. Okay. Anyone want some chicken wings?
Oh, always.
Well, they're roasted by the lava side.
Oh, lava-dipped chicken wings? Oh, yes.
Now with extra volcanic ash.
With a sweet obsidian coating.
Okay, new save point. Yay.
Deep says, I cannot keep track of where you're going in this at all.
Oh,
I'm extremely prone to getting lost, and all of this looks the same to me.
It is, yeah, they definitely, oh my goodness, yeah, they definitely upped the complexity of several parts of this arena. My word. Oh, this room is too big. There are things, these doors are going to open. I'm calling shit. That's evil deer! Evil space deer! Why is there an evil space deer, and why can he summon beholders as a projectile weapon?
Probably because that's badass. I had that option. I'd take that.
Whew. Okay.
Also, I'm with you, Deebs, on the getting lost. If I do a 360, I can't find my way out of a room. Like, I'm awful at it. And, like, that's a hard thing when reviewing a game. And getting, like, I can't find my way into the game, through this game. And it's like, is it me? Because it could be.
That actually reminds me of, you remember that Cyanide Studios Cthulhu game? With the really...
Oh, yeah. Wait, the one that was actually... There were two that came out. There was an actual Call of Cthulhu, and I think that was Cyanide. Then there was the Sinking City.
Yeah, I'm referring to the former, yeah. Because I remember back when I was reviewing it, and it was a couple days out before release, and I got to the closest thing the game has to a boss fight, and I had no idea what to do. There was no signposting whatsoever. One Kind Soul posted just the fight to YouTube. I know that they knew that it was a daring thing to do, but clearly they knew every other reviewer was confused too, because just like, there was nothing to be like, this is the specific dagger that you need. Unless you look at a particular painting in a corner. It's like,
oh my gosh.
It's like, oh, it's just, just screw you. Who wants to actually finish a game?
That's some classic Alone in the Dark boss nonsense. Like, oh, you want to beat the game? You have to break this key item of yours in this particular spot that you think you're going to need it later, though. Like, oh, okay, cool. Was it a good? Did you enjoy it? Because that was one of the games that like that and Sinking City I haven't managed to play yet, but they were both like games I wanted to try.
I wanted to like it, which is the worst thing you can ever. Well, the thing is, it's like you feel like you're playing half of a game. It feels like there's half of the game present. Oh no, it's another one of the friggin' deer things.
Sidetracked by Space Deer.
Sidetracked by Space Deer, indeed. But just like, it wants so hard, but it just... You know what? I'm going to let it just hang it there because we are almost done and we're going to need to swap over in a second. But to answer your question real quick, just yes, oh my gosh, whoa. And I love Cyanide stuff. I mean, remember, I liked Orcs and Men. I've looked at their other stuff. They've done some really cool stuff, Styx, Master of Shadows and that. But when it came to Call of Cthulhu, it's like one of those really old 90s, like late 80s, early 90s games that's like, what even is a genre? Like that one that was like Siberian or something like that. Not the point-and-click adventure one. The weird one with the guy with the phaser mask or whatever. That's half the time it's Resident Evil, half the time it's a first-person shooter, half the time it's an FMV game. It's like that. Because there's a shooting section in Call of Cthulhu, and it doesn't have combat. There is no ammo readout. You just carry a pistol, you point at something, and if you want it dead, you click and it's dead. That's the extent of the first-person shooting section. It happens one time. It is so random. There are other sections where you have to be stealthy, but the AI is so broken that it's really easy to just go wherever you want. And it also tries to be a puzzle section. Sometimes the visuals look well, sometimes the characters look like some sort of twisted, tortured puppet that wants to die. Just... oh my word, Call of Cthulhu was so weird. Aesthetically, gorgeous. In terms of, like, actually understanding the aesthetic and referencing various parts of the mythos, very interesting. It does not have a happy-go-lucky ending. Every ending is fittingly Lovecraftian. I can tell that they loved it. But I'm not saying that that love made up for the fact that it was basically garbage.
Yeah.
For a lot of it. If you can get it for like $5, you might be entertained for close to the equivalent amount of hours.
Okay,
but,
good to know.
Beyond that, I would not go out of your way to get it. I think you'd be better off getting Dark Corners of the Earth to work properly.
That's a good game, though. I actually really like Dark Corners of the Earth.
And honestly, I know this is gonna sound weird, but if you wanted like a slightly modernish but not talked about horror-ish game
Oh my gosh, always.
that harkens back to like a classic film at the same time, and
Uh-huh.
has a story about a guy trying to save a woman, but there's like actual like chemistry to their relationship and everything. Splatterhouse 2010. Splatterhouse 2010, honestly, I would say its story is better than Call of Cthulhu.
I'm gonna be honest. That game looks cool. I know it got like some hate when it launched, and I have no Splatterhouse.
Oh,
I've never played
yeah.
any Splatterhouse games. That looks fun.
It is. I will tell you right now, play on the easiest difficulty because there is one random pain in the ass difficulty spike right at the end. Right there, smack dab at the end. It just like, what if we threw four mini bosses at you with nowhere near enough ammo to easily take them out with power weapons? It's a really random thing that is probably due to the game's super troubled development cycle. Like Polygon has an article on it. It is amazing how many things went wrong over the course of it for it to actually still be good. Oh my word. But yeah, I highly endorse that one. It's one that I very much intend on covering on my channel because just like it is so much better than it has any right to be. Like, oh, I could go on, but that said, we're going to go to our brief break to get a drink and what have you, and then we will be back with Shadwen. And we're back with not a evil space deer in sight. I am proud to say.
Can you be sure, though? Have you played this game before?
I have not. You have made a valid point. Now the space deer is probably hoping to have lulled me into a false sense of security.
And you have to use physics-based assassination puzzles to stop space deer.
You know, I wouldn't even be surprised. But yeah, Shadwen, I remember this one because it was a really unique situation where they really wanted to get, like, you know, grassroots people excited for it. So it was like, okay, for however many thousand people download our demo and actually demonstrably play it, we will take like $1 off of the price tag, which is why I think it's now only sold at like $17 instead of like the initial plan of $25.
Ah. Okay. That's really interesting. Also, I've never heard of this game. So, like, you sent me the list and I went through and was like, just like basically going through and clicking on stuff, being like, yeah, I've heard this. Okay, cool. This might seem cool. Never heard of this. What's this? And I saw this, was like, this looks wild. I'm very curious.
I am too, because I have wanted to play it for the longest time.
Now, what am I going to do with you?
I am... Okay, so that was an in medias res. Okay, because I was like, wait a second. We're already killing the king? I know that, like... I know that's supposed to be the end objective. But wow. We got hit. Okay.
Surprise, you did it.
Her face is terrifying. That isn't really a hop, sweetie. That's frolicking. You're frolicking.
Why not?
This girl walks very weird. She reminds...
Child. Oh wow, that face. Yeah, I'm watching the delay, and ooh wow, that face.
Yeah, that is some creep factor. Oh, there also isn't an idle animation, so when you stop her, she stops. Oh, okay.
So you're playing a marionette, is what it sounds like, and what it looks like.
Yeah, this is. Okay.
Also, I gotta admit, I love that jump animation though. Like for a child, that's pretty great.
It reminds me of Cutter Slade. Wait, why am I manipulating time now?
Oh, you know. Is it? Because
all right, I'm just gonna be holding down the Q key for the rest of this game apparently. Wait, no, now I cannot. Why is that a feature? This isn't Commandos.
But it could be.
Oh, I would love it if this were War Mongrels. It would be, you know, full of tons of depressed people who are being badasses.
Wait, so what does Q do?
Apparently, it lets time pass. This is up there with Alone in the Dark 08 and the Blink mechanic.
Oh my gosh, the blink mechanic. There's the thing in your eye. Blink. Wow, you just walked directly into that haystack.
Hey, I found a needle.
Horror King said it's good you didn't see their last few comments, so I'm definitely gonna read them. Which is, oh dear, I think Unabridged needs some space. Those are in caps.
Oh yeah, King and I are constantly another friend of mine who's been on this stream, Hidden Object Guru. We're constantly hurling puns at him and just
the puns are beautiful, and I support your decisions to make them. Also, I appreciate Horror King puns in chat.
It's about time. Careful there. You might end up in Time Splitters with those kinds of puns, Horror King.
Wasn't that the actual Blink's tagline? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, It's About Time was that Back to the Future the game? Or something else? I can't think. I heard something.
I need you to do me a favor. I think I just saw a weird thing.
Okay.
When you walk into a haystack, after walking in, immediately stop, and then take a few steps and then stop, because it looks like the spray of hay animation is linked to your movement, and so it'll stop midair if you stop.
You know,
I need you to confirm that for me.
I think it's their weird time mechanic thing.
Oh, is time only moving when you move?
It's like it can't decide if we're operating on time shift rules or if we're operating on super hot rules. This, you know,
Okay, alright, so that would actually make perfect sense why you have no stop animation. Because if you've stopped moving, you've literally stopped. So you wouldn't have like a hook kind of thing. Although it is weird that like, are you holding Q? Because I see a barrel moving when you're not moving.
yeah, there's apparently you can rewind. Okay, so we're not operating on any of the rules I thought we were operating on. We're operating on Forza Horizon rules.
You're a race car?
Basically.
Also, Deep says it was Crash 4, and you are correct. That's what it was.
Ah, yes! Yeah, that is it. Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking of. Thank you, Deeps. So what are the Horizon...
The Forza Horizon!
Whatever that game is called.
The Forza Horizon, yeah, I'm afraid you can only unlock that by getting the hot copy mod installed in San Andreas. But yeah, I see it. Yeah, it does freeze, and... Oh, that is so weird. Why?
Okay, so like, when you're not moving, time is not moving.
Kind of, except there are also times when it's not... It's really inconsistent.
So like, objects in motion stay in motion, like barrels, but not falling hay. So like, if you push a barrel, it'll keep rolling even when you stop.
It's hard to tell. I am so darn confused. This is like one of the weirdest intros I think I've ever played in a game. We have no context as to basically anything.
Yeah.
And on top of that, yeah, it's like there's no consistency.
A thing they'd want to tell you. I do really... Okay. I called it... I was going to, if I hadn't actually said it out loud, call it cheap that there's no, like, mid-animation moves. But I think it's cool that if time does stop when you're not moving, that there are no mid-animation moves.
That is true, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that barrel rolls. If you stop, barrel keep rolling?
It seems, so long as I'm just moving on my own, yes.
So do guards move? Do they stop when you stop?
They stop when I stop! Son of a... There was no indication he was going to come around that corner.
Well, that's what time reversal's for.
Yeah, that is a cheaper way of not having to ever have to implement a checkpoint system.
Like, you just keep rewinding. That's on you.
But yeah, basically in Forza, if you like go off course or something like that, you can tap a button to rewind. But also because it's a racing game, it's not like they're like, ooh, I don't know if we can keep permitting the player to move in the racing game. You can just drive. It's just that if you have an instant, you can rewind, and it's one of a couple different accessibility options that it's got going on.
Okay.
That water is flickering something mad.
Nakayuki says, I found Forza Horizon 5 horrifyingly boring. So it sounds like it was Boriza. Boriza, Horizon 5. I don't know. I got nothing.
I'm just thinking about one of the other users from the Escapes Discord, Saturn, because he would be, you know, like, defending its honor because, like, Forza is, like, one of his main things that got him playing. Man. Okay, so I can kind of turn the barrels. But
So barrel did stop when you stopped.
yeah, it's... This is just really...
I'm very intrigued, but I shouldn't be. I should be being told what's going on. Like,
I
Like,
just...
I don't think we're supposed to be guessing this much. But what's happening? I am interested in the mechanics.
I keep trying. I keep trying to figure this out. Like, it definitely does. I remember it being this being called more a puzzle game than anything else, and
Yeah.
I can definitely see that because, yeah, they don't really want to punish you for messing up too badly, but also it's really hard to read what guards are looking at. They did say there was a setting. Let's see here.
Like vision cones or something.
Yeah, difficulty. Oh, difficulty settings are purely a list of things. Okay.
Oh, I love it when they do that with difficulty
Yeah.
settings, where it's like puzzle set to this, combat set to this, enemy health set to this. Like, the more options you can have in difficulty settings, the happier I will be.
Indeed. I remember that being like the only thing I also coincidentally liked about the Thief reboot.
Oh.
Because like the Thief 4, that one that was like kind of discount Dishonored. They had beautiful difficulty sliders. Like, you could adjust basically anything. It's just
Oh, that's awesome.
the levels were an absolute mess and the map was confusing. What looks like a dead end in the map, that's where you travel. What looks like a clear place you can go through, that's walled off. You can't go through there.
Oh, dang.
Ah, and now we are Shadwen. And those boots were made for walking. Wow, she might be one of the only left-handed protagonists I can think of. And her face is kind of horrifying, too. I see that's just going to be an aesthetic. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow, that hair. It likes to floop.
Got the Laura Croft hair. It's just going to go everywhere all the time.
Okay, grappling hook.
Oh, heck yes.
Alright,
Every game is better with a grappling hook. Horizon Zero Racing 5, better with a grappling hook.
I'm curious how you plan to use the grappling hook with the car. Are we going Fast and Furious 9 here?
Yeah, that sounds way better.
Okay, that is weird. For some reason, Shadwen's... She doesn't have a sprint button. Shift just also serves as crouch.
Wait, is it because you're already sprinting?
Not far as I can tell. It's just like... And that wasn't the case with the girl either. Okay, so we've got almost everything. We have the arrowhead. We have the leather. But we need some rope. Anybody got any floss that they can spare?
Deep says always go Fast and Furious 9. Always.
I mean, Magnet Car, which was more practical effects than I expected.
I haven't seen Fast and Furious 9, but now I really want to. Because Magnet Car sounds amazing and I don't even want context.
Oh, it is a thing of beauty. And all I will say is, I was legitimately blown away when it was like, yeah, most of that was actually done with practical effects. It wasn't magnets, but most of it was actually how they it was made feasible. I know that they did that with like the safe in 5, but for a while now they've been more on the CGI side of things. It's like, nope, they actually found a way to make this work. Kudos to them.
Yeah, props. That's cool.
There we go. Okay, we can now make a grappling hook.
Best game unlocked. Grappling hook acquired.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm curious why these I guess they're burned out. Like why all these things are really empty. Well, except for treasure chests, I guess. But do we know? Did I miss where you are? And why? Like there's these burned out barns.
I have encountered a new problem. Shadwen won't let go of the grappling hook.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I seem to have undone it. Finally. That was really... I'm not sure what I did to undo that, actually.
Check the controls? I say that as someone who often checks the controls and goes, no, that's not listed. Oh my gosh, this animation of her noodle arm going is...
Okay, so apparently detach is the left mouse button. Oh, there's a llama gravestone!
A llama gravestone?
It looks like a llama. I'm declaring it a llama gravestone. Here lies the most fabulous llama of this fantasy world. He will be sorely missed. I spit on his grave in honor.
Deep says sticky grappling hook so it doesn't accidentally slip out of your hands. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my god, that does look like a llama. I was really expecting something a lot more abstract when you said that.
It's a llama.
Straight up looks like a llama.
This game is... It's not what I expected, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I am deeply fascinated by what's happening. I am concerned that the jank is gonna start outweighing the spectacle and the like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next aspect. But right now, I am incredibly fascinated. Also, I honestly really like the... I think it looks kind of silly, but I like it. Okay, here's a question. Can you stop movement in swing?
Yes, right now, you'll see in a couple seconds, I've got it stopped right now. That's actually a nice looking pose.
Oh, that's cool. I wasn't sure if, you were too much momentum means you couldn't do the stop thing. That's really cool. Okay, I am really into that idea.
And I made myself into the newest resident of the ocean.
You're gonna live in Bikini Bottom?
Yes. SpongeBob SquarePants will use my head as a new household.
Welcome back, Horror King. I'm not sure when you missed, so I don't know how to fill you in. Or I don't know when you left, so I don't know how to fill you in on what you missed.
Oh, he just likes to always say that. He's always bumping in and out. Oh! There we go. You can grab and climb ledges. So the time manipulation, yeah, no one at any point in this game's... Oh, they finally told me how to reel it in. That would have been great to know when I was on the platforms that I could climb. It's like, hey...
It's not just flopping around?
It's like, hey, would you like to know how to use your thing? Well, here you go. I mean, I will give them this. It is very dynamic and very responsive to the player's input. But on the other hand, they a lot of the things they're doing here are just making me go, in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I don't fall and die nearly as often with that grappling hook. I, 'cause, 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 '
So what's allowing you to control time? Like if you just let go of forward stick or W or whatever you're using?
If I tap right click while in the air, it will let me aim the grappling hook. Otherwise, I have to basically either be holding Q or in motion and... No! Yeah. Which is, you know, I'm starting to appreciate Rewind a bit more because if I didn't have that, oh my gosh, so many times these controls would murder me.
Bye, Deebs. Thanks for coming in. So, enjoy. Glad you're enjoying Sticky Grappling Hook. Yeah, Rewind, super good feature. Also, can help kind of smooth over some jank.
Oh yeah, because...
When it can be a little more forgiving.
Yeah, I think we can both say we are very much connoisseurs of jank, and this game is... This is up there. I am impressed at just how much there is.
I don't know if this is going to keep my attention, but, like, I am so into this right now.
Okay, there we go.
Like, it's going to have to evolve into something more complex or smoother or engaging to hold my attention, but, like, the themes that they're going with are super interesting. Like, the time stops with you and, like, how you can do that for, like, grappling hook, parkour, acrobatic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of potential. There is definitely a lot of potential. Oh, I can actually shimmy out here.
Potential means very little to a game, though. If game is not fun.
Yeah, it's like I'm so torn here because like I see ways that this could work, ways that this could click together and like. Oh my gosh, it's adorable when she's running around on the ground trying to keep her grappling hook going. But this I can't shake the feeling that like I feel like this is like if this was say a pre-alpha, I'd call it really sharp. Like there's a lot of potential here. Hey, I have played some amazing pre-alphas. LA Cops was actually better in its alpha than in final release. It had less bugs.
What the heck is LA Cops?
Hotline Miami mixed with Lost Vikings. You control two different cops simultaneously.
Oh, that's neat.
It is. And for some reason, it's really, really jank. And...
Aw.
Okay, apparently
But I do know what you mean. I played a game that's coming out, I think the beta is coming out this spring, called Midnight Ghost Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to play the alpha of that a few times. And, like, it was definitely janky. But for an alpha, it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of what you were saying, where it's like, oh, I could see all the places you can smooth this over to make it better. But your core design is good.
Yes, absolutely. And it's like I feel like there's an iterative past that didn't get to be made, and I understand it's not a AAA production. I completely understand that, and I'm being very reasonable with that. It's just like, boy, I wish it had. I wish it had that like that extra smoothness because like really clever ideas. And yeah, I can see the potential, and I've seen trailers with like all kinds of crazy physics stuff and everything.
Potential a great game does not make. Like, you gotta have the talent, time, and resources to make the potential actually good and not just a neat idea, wouldn't it?
Ooh, we just Goomba stomped the guard, which
oh heck yeah!
Which confusingly apparently doesn't count in making Lily doubt us. Apparently. If I indirectly murder someone, it's fine. But if I directly murder someone, that's bad.
I mean, who's ever died of a Goomba stomp though?
Many
So-
Geth in Mass Effect 1.
I went to Mako.
Yep!
Okay. Okay. Well, if you Goomba stomp someone with a car,
My name is Lily.
feel like that is
Are we headed towards
that's
your home?
that's a whole nother weight class of Goomba stomp.
Do you know any stories? I love stories.
No.
Also, Goomba stomp, best way to take someone out. Riven? Or was this welcome to Rivendan?
Yeah,
Rivendon?
Yeah. Someone must be a fan of Myst.
Or a fan of Lord of the Rings?
Oh, that is also... Yes.
It's not Rivendell. It's Rivendon.
Come on down to Don's Rivendon.
Alright, so you can pull that stuff.
Yep.
I'm now seeing, which is cool. Are you escorting this little girl?
Apparently.
Why did you play as the little girl early? I thought that was going to be you as a kid, but she's just right there.
I don't quite know. I also don't know why we keep looting things and have an inventory system. But apparently she will move from hiding place to hiding place automatically.
Okay.
And our knife can break things in addition to stabbing people. It's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, that's a powerful knife. You could just punch a box with it and destroy it.
I love how historically accurate this is with the automatic levers that go whenever you stand in front of them. Not many people realize that in medieval Europe, like automatic levers were already a thing.
Yeah, they didn't have time to pull them.
No. It's like how Onimusha teaches us that in feudal Japan, during the Romance of the Three Kingdoms saga, there was this whole thing with like giant monster things that were crawling around and people wrote in. That'd be how it be.
Which is why the past is so much better
Hmm.
than the present. We had giant monsters to ride. That's actually a game that I have not played that is on my list. Is the Onimusha. Because it seemed cool.
Hmm.
Also, you sent me footage of Nocturne, Blair Witch game.
Yeah, the oh gosh,
Rusted Par.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think about how to explain this quickly for everyone else who hasn't already seen the video. It's just like, okay, there's a game called Nocturne. It has a sequel that confusingly is called Blair Witch Volume 1 Rust and Par, which then had its own 2 spin-offs on top of that. And then that game's sequel is Blood Rain. Because, the Jedi Knight series and its weird subtitles just weren't confusing enough.
But so you sent me that. I didn't know it's like a survival horror, like Resident Evil lock camera.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And now I want to play it.
I might be able to help you with that. I might
Yeah.
be able to help you with that, because otherwise it can be a little tricky to track down. Confusingly, for anyone who is actually interested in trying specifically the Blair Witch ones out, the cheapest way is the Blair Witch Dual DVD pack, because they just bundled the games in with them. And, the DVD pack, because people just think it's the movies, it goes for, $20. The games can go for, upwards of $40 individually.
Wow. Can you actually install them?
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the problem that I've had is oh yeah, you get this old computer game and then you put it in your computer. It's like, I don't know what this is. I can't install this. This is Windows 10, not a time machine.
You can still install them. There is one trick, though. Depending on what Windows update you got going on, it can sometimes be, working perfectly smooth, or you might need the Voodoo GPU fake layer thing.
Mm.
Okay, and I can hide.
Okay,
those.
cool.
But yeah, Nocturne was the first one, and it's a bit longer than Rust and Par, but, every single one of those Blair Witch ones is weird. Like, I'm trying to think of like just one of the more sane examples. Like in the very first one, you do investigate like Rustin Parr and the whole context of what set off the mystery, and it gets referenced in the movie even. Whereas the third one has you basically playing as, I forget if it was a Union or a Confederate zombie, basically. And it's still survival horror, to be clear. It is still 100% survival horror. Okay, I'm trying to pull.
I am so interested in this. Wow. Also, the Horror King says, are you going to play A Plague Tale Requiem when it comes out?
Maybe. I'm hoping it's not as absolute a mess as A Plague Tale Innocence. Because that one was another one where I was like, ooh, this has so much potential. There are so many things you can do. And also it ends with the fight. The final boss can be best described as Punch-Out with giant rat mobs.
I'm going to be honest, that's the best pitch for Plague I have ever heard. But also it sounds nothing like what Plague looks like it should have, so that's kind of confusing.
Yeah, it's okay. Go there, little girl. Go into the pile of hay. No, stay.
There's a lot of hay around this place.
And I said, hey, now you're an all-star.
Get your game on. Go hay.
This I love that the guards aren't responding to me messing with this wagon at all. Oh, that guy.
Not their wagon. They don't care.
He came over and he just scared himself with his own box. Now he's watching the boxes. Oh my gosh. He's like, I've got my eye on you. Oh my word.
Wow, you are strong. I just saw you yank a wagon.
I know, right?
Those things are not light.
No, they are not. And she's just... Shadwen did not skip arm day.
Mm-mm.
Oh my word. Okay, there's a place to go higher here? Not really. Ooh, yes, really. Okay.
Horking also says, it's a pity you didn't come to Guru's live stream last night. You missed 2 DOS puns? Or DOS? I'm guessing DOS, but...
I would assume DOS gaming puns. Dan plays all kinds of strangeness.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. DOS.
There was a noise.
Are you supposed to be in a particular place, or is it just like, you're in medieval Europe village?
Rivendell! Don't you know Rivendell? The famous Rivendell?
Oh, that's true. It is. Is that a place I should know, or am I just bad at geography?
I have absolutely no idea what Rivendell is.
Okay, cool. Well, as long as we're both confused, I won't feel bad.
Yep. We're all in the same very confused boat. Okay, I have tried playing this game as it clearly wants me to, with not murdering everyone. So now is the inevitable portion where I'm like, okay, but what if I just murdered somebody? What if? How do I grab the body? I saw that I can grab it.
Can you grapple hook it and then drag it?
Does not grapple hook. It is not grappleable. I know. Oh, F. We want to use the F key.
Also, if you murder someone not in front of girl and she doesn't see body, does she still get mad at you?
Well, we're going to find out very soon.
I don't know if it's a out of sight, out of mind thing. Be like, oh, thankfully there were no guards here, and you were like, yup. Don't worry about it.
Everything is fine.
Wow, that guy really held onto his weapon while you dragged his lifeless body.
I know. It's almost like that's attached to him or something.
Almost.
I love that that guy just saw me crush his friend, and he looked over, and he was like,
I never liked that guy anyway.
He's just sort of like, that seems a little strange.
Also, are you in a freaking Steven Spielberg movie? What is this, like... Is that everybody's vision cones?
Yes, that is apparently every single person's vision cone is the size of... Wait. Okay, so she's going to see the hiding spaces. That's where she's going to look. So if I hide the bodies in this blacksmith's place, then nobody ever died.
Oh, sweet. That's how you reverse death.
Yes, you go to the blacksmith to reverse death.
Yeah. If you hide body here, no one knows. It's like they never died.
What?
It's like that old saying, you know, if a body falls in the blacksmith's workshop and nobody's there to see it, was there even a murder? That classic saying.
I broke the physics engine there. I'm sure.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
What can I say? I've got I've got a unique sense of grappling. A very unique grappling instinct. I'm like a cat with only 3 paws.
Cats widely known for their use of grappling hooks. Yeah, I'm watching like this, and potential really is the word that keeps coming back, because you do cool stuff.
But also just so much beautiful, hilarious jank of just like...
Yeah. And I'm not against it yet. Not against the jank yet.
I will admit that I am warming up to it simply because, okay, I found a way that I can just stab the guards. That is making this so much easier, because, like, having to figure out how to physics all of the guards...
I heard something.
It's way more difficult. Stabbing is a pretty easy solution.
Alright. So yes, we managed to murder everyone and keep our moral points.
All right. So if murder is not witnessed by child, murder is fine. Got it. Good to know.
Which I'm not sure if that's like actually surprisingly accurate. Wait, that girl just opened the door on her own, and we're supposed to do it together, and she's like, nope, I have been sitting in the same bale of hay for several minutes now. We are moving.
Man, that light coming off that bonfire you passed a while ago was kind of horrendous.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's supposed to be a vision cone thing too, or what, because it is... Let me test. Let me see if I turn it off.
Yeah, it woof. It's on the lanterns too, I think. It's
No, that's just the lantern light. That is what the lantern light looks like.
It's just a perfect sphere. Like they didn't feather those edges at all. Man. I am ribbing it, but I don't hate it.
It's a lovable kind of bad. I can definitely see someone looking at this and going, yes, there are better games you could be playing, but they don't have this hat.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think the biggest thing they could do is with the grapple, if there was just a button I could press to zip, right, like right to where I'm going to instead of having to scroll each time, that would probably feel way snappier and in control. Instead, I'm always...
You gotta, like, scroll the mouse wheel or something?
Every single time you see me using it.
What?
Every single time.
Wow. Did the person who made the control scheme for Jet Set Radio do this game? That's absurd.
I could believe it.
How would you... Why would... What would you...
Oh my! Look at this. Oh boy. You know what? No, let's rewind, because we can rewind and just look at that. There we go. I'll let it catch up for you. That is...
Yeah, I wanna... Let's see what's gonna happen. Well, I just saw you rolling around somehow in a grapple.
Yep.
Wow.
Release, woman. Release. Okay.
That's... Wow. Amazing. She did not skip arm day. She is just like straight up holding herself up by one arm.
Dang it, I missed him by like a mile. How do I keep almost hitting them? Alright, I can rewind. I can try this again. How far back does the rewind go? Because it has to memorize a lot of movements.
Do you want to undo?
Hmm.
Oh, excuse me. How much of your gameplay do you want to undo to find out how far back it can go?
I am too scared to let it go too far. Okay, one of them is dead now. And little girl did not see.
Yeah, so not dead, just
Sleeping.
no longer around. Yeah. Taking the long nap. I do like that the sight code instantly turns off when they die.
Yep, it's just like you do not exist on this earthly plane anymore.
Ooh, these vision cones look like spotlights, and I don't know if I like that or not.
It almost reminds me of Alan Wake's flashlight.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like. It's like a straight up flashlight in that game.
I don't want them to be super obvious. Let's... Oh! They're stuck to the wagon now! Oh my word!
Ooh, does that mean you can move the wagon and then they'll move?
Yes, that's what I accidentally carried
sweet.
them.
Okay, good.
I gotta get them out of view now, but I was just trying to make a better hiding spot for them, and it's like, oh! When you leave them on another physics object, their corpse just glues to it.
Oh my gosh.
This is increasingly getting accidentally beautiful. Oh my word. You know, this is actually oddly fitting, because our last stream before this one,
yeah.
Are you familiar at all with Yaiba, Ninja Gaiden
No.
Z? It is this weird Ninja Gaiden spin-off by the folks who made Lost Planet 3. No, I do not know why that specific sequence of events came together.
Alright.
The best thing I can tell you is KJ Inafune was involved, and there's even a Mighty Number 9 skin that you can unlock in the game.
Wow.
But, yeah, we were expecting that one to be just a laugh riot like this. We were expecting it to be just this horrendous thing, and then we played it, it's like, wow, this is actually really good. You can rip the arms off of what it can be best described as it, if it was a zombie. And,
Oh.
you can wield his rainbow meat cleavers and use them to dice up other zombies and stuff like that. It's just like, it is this wild thing.
That sounds pretty awesome.
It is. It's surprisingly awesome. Whereas this, you know, like I could swear there were actually some positive reviews for it. But oh, good, good. She's out of sight.
Out of mind.
I'm just gonna tuck this dead body over here. Yeah, the more I look at that, oh my gosh, that lighting effect, you can even clearly see it cutting into the ground for, like, the campfires. I really hope that's just a glitch with Windows 10, because this did come out when Windows 7 was a thing. Because, oh wow. If I look straight at the ground, the full sprite comes out of the ground and you can see the full bloom. Awkward.
Oof. I mean, I'm out of words. I don't. I don't know what to say about that.
It's Shadwen.
Why is there so much hay? Like, I understand, like, gameplay purposes, like, you gotta hide in it. But, like, there's so much hay. Okay, so the game came out in 2016. Got it. I was curious.
Okay, so yes, it literally is entirely down to how much the girl sees you doing this. I'm not just crazy. This is not some random thing. It literally defines morality by whether or not you are caught. This girl has a very fluid sense of morality. I mean, I'll admit, it's actually a more realistic depiction. Like, if the kid doesn't know, the kid doesn't know. But it also is...
Right.
Just kind of hilarious in that there are so many games like Dishonored that are like, you killed that one guard? He was 2 weeks from retirement, and he had a family, and maybe he was corrupt and taking money behind the lines, but it was to support his kids. And this game is just like, sure, murder people. See if I care.
Yeah. Cops ain't gonna find you. Look, you hide the body well. You're good.
The only narc we have to worry about is a child.
I do appreciate that in a thematic sense. That, like, your only concern is that this kid doesn't know you murdered.
Everyone.
It's...
Yeah, that was not the plan. That was so not the plan. That was 5 degrees of not the plan. There we go.
Look, if it worked, it became the plan. I'm really like...
So torn, right?
It's so... I'm baffled. I am so baffled. Like
you can't even tell if it's so bad it's good or not, because I mean,
yeah.
It's just like, it could just be good enough, or it could just be bad enough, and
right, like I cannot tell. Like, there are things about it that looks really fun, and like, who cares if it's janky? It's enjoyable. And then there are things where it's like, this looks awful, and I can't imagine that if they allowed this to go through, that like they would put enough effort into the rest of the game for it to be good. But I mean, you got to stop somewhere, and maybe that's where they ran out of time. I don't know.
I don't know. It's okay. So if she runs all the way back,
Oh, I don't know how she didn't get spotted in that one area, but okay. There are now 2 DOS puns in chat for you.
I see that. I am in fact looking at live chat, Horror King, and as Dan would say, you should be ashamed of yourself and very proud of yourself in equal measure.
Also, is their field of vision supposed to be like a smoky lighting effect? Because like it's really smoky. And that's another thing I haven't figured out if I like or not.
Yeah, it's... I feel like this is I don't want to be insulting because I know that there was work here that they really tried to make, you know, look nice, but some of this definitely falls under the category of programmer art. Like, there are bits that just look like this is so you practically understand how the gameplay works so you can engage with the environment. And there are other parts that are like, this is for aesthetics. And they don't seem to be meshing quite where they could be.
Yeah.
Also, why aren't there subtitles in any of this? I don't. Is there any option to turn on subtitles? Because okay, yes, there is. Okay, good. Because like, it's weird how the loading screen has dialogue and I can't read it. That seemed like a very weird oversight. Like, yeah, you probably can't hear on your end, but yeah, for some reason they put extra dialogue in there, like cutscenes, but without any visuals to indicate that there actually is a cutscene.
That's how you save the money.
With the capital M?
Yeah, because it makes it feel like movie, like what was it? Close Encounters? Where it's like they'll have like the bright lights and it's like super smoky. And that's what people's stuff looks like.
Yeah.
And it makes it look more artificial. Which is weird because it blends it better, and it's like, in theory, I think I would say, yeah, that seems like it would work. And looking at it, I go, no, it doesn't. I was wrong.
I think it wouldn't clash quite so much if there was like some shell shading of some kind going on. Something...
Yeah, that could definitely help.
Like that, but yeah. Why is it moving? 'Cause it's on a roll, mate.
Horror King says, I have some good news for you, Unabridged, and I am desperately waiting for what the next...
I am terrified, King. What is your news?
I'm assuming it's a DOS pun. Wow, that frame rate is chugging.
Wait, it is? Let me check make sure that's not YouTube. Because like...
Alright, it's good now.
Okay.
I think it was.
That...
Something was...
Yeah, I'm gonna check that too. Oh, he got 3 new subscribers. Congratulations, King. Congratulations on your 3 new subscribers.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems
Congrats
like...
to you.
The algorithm seems to be a lot more generous lately. My latest video also did gangbusters by comparison to the last essay I posted, so,
Nice.
Yeah. It's wonderful to see it actually making, you know, it's using its evil powers for good for a change.
Yeah. If it's got all that power, at least they can use it for good sometimes.
50% of the time, it's chaotic, lawful. 90% of the time. 60% of the time. I don't do percentage. I am not an actuary.
I don't arithmetic.
I don't judge ticks that have arthritis. Okay, that didn't actually do much. Nope.
You put what? Oh, okay.
Okay, I
Put a barrel on a rafter between two pillars, so there was no way that you could put that there. Like, how would A, why would you store it there? But B, how did you get up there to put a heavy barrel? Also, put it on its side so it rolled easier. That's very video gamey level design. Like,
there's another one too. I just found another one.
gosh.
There's actually 4 up here on this level together.
Is the dialogue like very comedic? Like, is this game trying to be serious?
They're trying to play up these people's reactions like they're talking about evil spirits.
I feel like if this was supposed to be comedic, it would be.
Oh, yeah. If this was Death Spank or something like that, this would be going perfectly. Like, I would understand. Everything would suddenly make sense.
Yeah. But, like, it's... I just noticed you almost dropped that barrel on the little girl as she ran by.
Okay, apparently barrels do not do... They keep not going near it, so I'm just... Okay, so it doesn't even matter if you hide the corpses. You just have to not be touching them when she's looking, because she just went by where I left some corpses.
Oh, well. Well, yeah, she doesn't know you killed them.
Yeah, it
She's
could...
like, oh, dead people.
It could have been the rats.
Yeah, it could have been rats. Heart attack, heart disease, probably big here in Rivendell.
I mean, presumably because they're all just really angry Scottish guys. Oh! Okay, I know I dropped from that height previously and did not have an issue, so I'm not sure.
All damage just happened.
A guard has been alerted. Now there's just one note playing repeatedly.
Really?
Yes, it's just done. Done. Done.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so apparently you cannot ignore alerts if you don't stop it. But the thing is, they were all running away.
Yeah, to get backup.
Okay, so apparently the guard who alerted everyone was the one who got...
There was a noise.
So, actually being less stealthy was the best course of action. I am so confused. I'm so confused.
Well, see, the game wants to keep you guessing to make sure everything stays tense.
It's doing that.
Oh, success. There we go. Game did what it wanted to do. Also, I realized it's from the same people that did Trine.
Oh, this is?
That
That?
Frozen Bite?
Oh my gosh. What are the odds that we both... And, like, I remember we did Trine 4 together, and now we're doing this. What are the odds? Okay.
But yeah, I had no idea it was the same people. And I checked their Steam page. I was like, oh, well, cool.
This now also puts into context to me, I never got to try Trine 3, I just know that people didn't like it because they tried to be fully 3D like this, and now it's like, oh.
Maybe this is why.
Maybe this is why. Maybe they're better off Just stick into 2D. Wow, she also is apparently a deaf girl because she did not hear any of the murder that just happened.
Well, you've sheltered her so well, she doesn't know what murder sounds like.
Girl, come to the door. Come to the door. The way the girl is so a non-factor, I have to wonder if she was like made to, you know, be a co-op character, but then that just didn't happen at some point.
Oh, maybe. Like a Resident Evil, Revelations 2 kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could definitely see, she could be very much a Moira. I miss
This,
it.
the lighting in this game is really getting me. Where it's like those lanterns are so bright, but it's very obvious they just have that sphere of lighting effect, and then everything else is just kind of lit generically by, you know, whatever. It's like not. It's reminding me of like old like PS1 or PS2 style lighting, like late PS1, early PS2 style lighting, where it was like you had a cave, and like how cave was lit did not matter.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Where it's like Tomb Raider, the first Tomb Raider game. There's no reason why that cave should be lit up, but it is. And like sometimes you'll see a light source, but like it's not really doing anything.
Oh dear, and the girl's almost gonna see the bodies again. Okay. Come on. We can get past two idiots. Well, maybe.
He says maybe the girl was made to annoy the player.
I could believe that.
They're like, we need another antagonist.
You know, I like the
Escort mission.
there. I can turn off her following me so she doesn't get up close. That
Oh,
I thought having that on was a difficulty, offset. Now I'm realizing.
ooh, you could knock those two guards out in one go when they pass each other, if you just pull the barrel down.
I actually
They're
did that the
lined up.
first time, but then Grumpy McJudgerson girl was like,
You monster.
yes. Okay. No. Girl,
Oh man.
back. Go back in your hole. No, stay over there. Gosh, she really is a kid. She doesn't listen to anything I say. There.
Confirmed is child.
Okay. Does she notice the bodies? No, she doesn't. Awesome. Fantastic. I told you to stop following me closely. Now you're following me even more closely. Fine. Follow me, since apparently that makes you actually less prone to finding things and following me.
Still so confused why you played as the girl in the beginning section.
I guess it was to be like some sort of in medias res. Well, this is how that gameplay works.
But like, why they could teach you with this character?
I know, but I actually don't. I have gotten nothing. I have actually got nothing because at this point, nothing in this game makes a darn lick of sense. At least in terms of narrative. Oh, dope. How did I land on top of the barrel?
Astounding aim. That's how.
There was a noise. Okay.
Are all the accents European?
They are. there's more Cockney going on here than in Killzone. Like, I feel like someone is trying to do their very best Crab and Goyle impression, and it's only the two of them voicing every single guard.
Beautiful. Working says you could say that Unabridged is having a barrel of fun in this game. Because there are barrels.
Horror King!
So many barrels.
Okay.
If the bodies go when you drag them.
The bodies don't follow. Okay. Girl is far enough away. That blade didn't even go into his body.
Yeah, you just scared him to death with it.
You know what? I'm just going to leave his body on the campfire. You know, some nice, you know, roast Englishman.
Why not?
I mean,
Nothing matters.
yeah, we've just hit the point where, you know, casual cannibalism. You know your game has gone off hill if there's casual cannibalism.
Yeah, unless it was very purposefully intended, it's definitely gone off the rails if there's casual cannibalism. I totally agree with you there. Oh, I just saw the little girl run directly towards a guard, and I thought she was going to murder him.
You know, that would actually be interesting if, like, based on your actions, the character got different. Your little helper there actually got different upgrades. Because, like, otherwise, what really is she doing to, like, contribute to any of this?
I have no idea.
Like, I get that for some reason she's insisting on following our character, but, like, is she here for anything other than moral judgment? Because, like, you and I have played Trine. They have fairly intricate stories. They know how to...
Yeah.
The Frozen Bite can tell a good story. I don't know why we're doing what we're doing. I don't even have a sense of time. I actually... Oh, wow. We are actually going a little bit over our usual time limit because of just how distracting it has been trying to figure this game out.
Well, you know, that's the time mechanic of this game. It distorts real time, too.
Apparently, you know, I can believe that. I can 100% believe that. Oh my gosh, I can lure them along with a barrel upstairs. Oh my word, they will actually, they are that dumb.
I can't tell if you love or hate this.
I can't either. Like, this is... You know, I was expecting to love or hate, like, say, Mind Jack, which I'm going to be finally getting to. Why did that guy down there get alerted? Yeah, I can't tell either. I'm calling it. I'm calling it here. We have gone too far. The shark is starting to get a headache. The shark is starting to get a headache.
We can't have that.
Oh, my word. But, before we go, please share all of the places that all of our lovely viewers can find your amazing content.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks. Most quickest place probably here on YouTube. It's just Jesse Galena, which is my name, which is Jesse Galena. And then over on Twitch and YouTube, or not YouTube, Twitch and Twitter is Rexicon Jesse. And you can also get links to my YouTube on there. If for some reason you can't spell my name, that's cool. And yeah, I do some stuff. I do a lot of stuff on my channels. I do some stuff over at The Escapist. And then rexiconjesse.itch.io is where I have all of my tabletop RPG stuff, if that's what you're into. Which you should be. Tabletop RPGs are awesome. And if you're not, that's okay too. You know, we all got limited time on this earth. Do what you like with it.
which may or may not include spending an hour plus with Shadwen trying to make sense of if it's a good game or not.
I can't tell if I've wasted our time picking this game or I have shown us something that will live with us for the rest of our lives.
Oh, this is gonna stick with me no matter what. If I never play another minute of it, I'm never going to forget Shadwen. This is something else. Oh my word. And I am glad you picked it, because just what are the odds? Another Frozen Byte game, and this
Yeah. Such synergy.
But yes, please be sure to check Jesse's stuff out. We will also have a description in below. We will have a link in the description below, and you can check out all of his stuff. And always be sure to like and subscribe to check out the next stream every Wednesday, where we'll have a new guest, 2 new games, and I can guarantee you for a fact the next one is weirdly going to follow in this theme of optional murder and sneaking around. But that's all I'll tease for now. And on that note, I bid you all a lovely evening. And to the developers at Frozen Byte, I simply ask, but why though?
Why?
Good night, everybody.